Yo guys, what is going on? Welcome back to another video on the channel. We are back and yeah, no stream today, guys. I had a lot of personal things got to deal with today. Business things I had to catch up on, like I had to pay giveaways, pay employees. Had like 2 meetings this morning. And I've got 2 football matches tonight. So I'm like, you know what? You guys know me with the streams. Uh I like to go like for the streams, long stream time. So I was really only gonna have 2 hours. And you know what? I gotta catch up with some videos as well. Thank you guys for all the support on the channel recently. We have reached an interesting point with FIFA 24. It's just kind of it's a weird point. You know, we've got Black Friday on the horizon, but we're not quite there yet. Triple Threat was genuinely like a horrible promo. I really think this promo was shockingly bad. I think a lot of people would agree. And I appreciate it, guys. Like, honestly, the support has been crazy. We've been running a little bit more Fortnite. We've been streaming like 7-8 hours a day because we're doing the 4 or 5 hours of FIFA and we're playing 3 hours of Fortnite, and it's making the stream so much fun. So also, you guys on YouTube been loving those, and I just want to say to everyone on YouTube, like you guys who watch the videos, I really do appreciate all you guys. Thank you for watching the channel. I know the content is kind of all over the place. But yeah, we're trying to put good videos up for you guys, ones that you enjoy, funny, informational, things like that. I just appreciate you guys watching the channel. So today we're gonna have a video because we're not gonna be talking about the content. I know it's a Thursday. Thursdays we don't ever get anything, so I don't think we really are going to have anything. I'm gonna check right now. We've got the 84 triple repeat, the 84 road to the knockout at Trailblazers. And do we have anything else? That's all repeating, so that's fine and all. I'll probably try to do that Trailblazer towards the end of the video. Have I scrolled past someone, or I've got to go? Is that might just? Oh, we've got all right. We got Florian Wirtz's SBC today. Briefly, I will talk about this phenomenal from EA. Because he can play cam and center mid. He's 20,000 coins to obtain. This is a phenomenal SBC. He's got like a ton of traits. I really like this card. I think that he's very good. Nice. Gives me the OG player of the month vibes with FIFA. You get an 86 dupe. You throw him right in this SBC. You do a bunch of 82s. This is not even going to cost people 20K. You just wait for your dupe to put him in. You've got 30 days. So that's a very nice one from EA. You've also got Holgate. They dropped this card today. Decent looking center back. No playstyle plus. So I think people will probably just keep the evolution center back or like the Varane. Same situation. Really, really cheap. So that's what we got today in terms of just general content, right? Not too much to go over there. What we're doing this video on today is primarily to talk about Player of the Month Mbappe. This is a huge deal. Now, Mbappe is in this Team of the Week. We're going to talk about that in 1 second. Before we talk about that, we've got Black Friday on the horizon. We've got a new promo coming out tomorrow. I don't know too much about it. It's supposed to be an FC Pro promo. EA have done really well with like integrating people watching the stream. They put a pack last week, and so everybody watched the EA live stream, and it worked wonders. Apparently, my chat was telling me they peaked at 250,000 viewers. That's an insane amount, but everybody was trying to go get the pack. Obviously, if you go into objectives right here, you guys can see there's like an FC Pro open. If you watch 90 minutes with your computer open, you get a 45K pack and a 35. I will not be there. If you are there, that's also okay. I will not be there. I'm not going to be there for that. No way. Now, we've also got the weekly objectives reset today, which is nice. If you play your matches, you get a lot of XP. People are starting to reel into the end of the season. You've got a lot more packs. And really, I would say for me, and in the perspective of my account, I've just completed Player of the Month Salah. I'm really in this full mode of like Player of the Month Mbappe. That's what I'm saving for now. Like, that's what I'm going for. We've got 1 week until this SBC drops. It will be out next Thursday. For sure. He won already. And we've got some nice packs as well. Now, people asking about the 86.3 or the 87.2. I would probably go 86.3. Also very exciting. Next Thursday on FIFA, let me tell you something. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Follow the Twitch channel. It's going to be a fun day because we've got a brand new season. And we're also going to have Player of the Month Mbappe. So this will be a lot going on next Thursday. I'm very excited for that. We've got this FC Pro promo. And then we should, next Friday, we're having a 12-hour stream. I'm just running through announcements here. We're going to have a 12-hour stream on Black Friday. It's a huge promo on FIFA. And we're also going to be doing a 10 or a 12-hour stream on Cyber Monday because that's also the day. I know, so many dates here. I believe that is the day. It's either Monday or Tuesday. If you pre-ordered this game before August 22nd, I've already gone over in the channel. You get, they've got those UCL boosted heroes. Level 19, I went over this on my stream yesterday. I think Iwobi is a nice build-up, box-to-box, wide player, center mid, high work rates. He's got a playstyle plus long ball. And then I think Witzel's really nice if you've done Llorente. Really like him. There's a Serie A right back here as well. I'm not going to go over this too much. You know, all three options here, they're not great cards. I think out of the three, Witzel will probably play the best. He's got hair trait. He's got phenomenal passing stats. I think he'll be one of those really, 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 really annoying cards that you sell, you don't take it, and you get pissed off that you should have taken it. So watch out for that. All right, let's talk about what I really wanted to talk about. I've spent 5 minutes talking about stuff that I really didn't envision. We've got some new packs that just got added in. Now, this is the pack code. If you guys have watched the channel over the years, we always go through and talk about some of the new packs. I will credit to EA. I like the 84 plus Road to the Knockout or Trailblazer. I like when it was just Road to the Knockout more, but it does give me those party bag vibes. I feel like we've been really missing that in FIFA the last couple of years. Like, we used to have party bags FIFA 21 a lot, FIFA 22 a little, and then we just kind of stopped. So I have been really liking those packs. It's nice to see them kind of returning and also be really accessible, right? 83 is very cheap. The Team of the Week is not easy to find these days. Team of the Week prices, like, to the moon. They're like 45K. It's the craziest rise on Team of the Weeks we've had ever. I need to stop waffling and really get through what I'm going to talk about here, and then I can waffle at the end. So EA has added a new pack, Campaign Mix Pack. Contains one Road to the Knockout player, one Trailblazers. It's all... I think this is basically, it is going to contain one Road to the Knockout, one Trailblazer. No, am I reading this right? It contains one Road to the Knockouts, Team 1 and Team 2, Trailblazer, Team 1 and Team 2. So it'd be one of each, and then, I don't know. I think this is a two-player pack. I don't know how to read this. I think it's a two-player pack. It might be a one-player pack. I'm really struggling here. Is this just me? One Road to the Knockout, and then it's going to be a Trailblazers or Centurions with it? I don't even know, man. I feel like this has got to be a one-player pack. So if you look at it that way, it'll be one of the three of these. Some of the Centurion cards were pretty good. Trailblazers have good top-tier cards. The bottom tier, I noticed it really watered down this pack quite a little bit. So I don't know. Let's see if this works. Oh, God. How do I... Oh, God, man. I'm trying to go to the next tab. All right, I'm losing composure here. Now, we've got a UCL Glory Pack. I don't really know what that is. This is what's really getting interesting here, right? Season 2 Act 1 Booster Pack. So, EA, man, they are really selling out. Like, really, really, really selling out. Now, this is a 3-player pack with 3 items that are 80 or higher. They're putting XP. So, they're putting Season XP in... they're putting Season XP into this store, man. It's crazy what EA are doing to make money. And I guarantee they'll make this pack at least, like, this is probably a $5 pack. If I'm gonna be real, it's probably a $5 pack. But, you know, there's two perspectives of it. I say EA as a business, genius, right? Because people are behind in the season. They could just buy the XP. And basically, the way people justify it is, hey, you know, EA's putting in 1,000 XP. I'm almost level 20. I'm really paying $5 to get an 85-2 or, like, a storyline player. It's okay. EA are genius for this. I hate this. I don't like this. It doesn't give me the right, like, vibe. I don't like it. I'm not a fan of it. But are we surprised that EA is doing that? No, you should not be surprised. Now, this is where we get into the promo that's upcoming. The SC Pro Live Premium Pack. I'm not going to waffle too much about this because the main part of this video I want to talk about is Player of the Month Mbappe. And I know that relevancy is going to be like about a week. Like, people are going to be prepping for a week, so you might be clicking on this video next week. And I don't want to talk too much about promo stuff that's going to be happening tomorrow. This is going to be a pack that we'll probably have over the weekend. 40 rare golds, 286 or higher, and then you get some loans. So pretty standard, nothing too crazy there. You got a Live Foundations pack, pretty much same thing. It is 20 match loans, which I would say is pretty decent. You got the Elite Season 1 Encore pack. This is where things get a little bit interesting. These Encore packs, they're not really that good. They're kind of a scam, but it's at least a little bit more interesting. So you've got 40 rare gold player items. 2 are guaranteed to be a Road to the Knockout or Trailblazer, 86 or higher. So that's where it gets a little bit interesting. 86 or higher, that's where you start to look at it. You're like, okay, you know, because really the Trailblazer, the issue with that promo, you've got so many fodder cards. There's still fodder cards, but so many 84s in that promo. So we go to 86, and look, to be fair, there are a lot of the fodder cards eliminated that are really like the lower price. I mean, you've got Brandt, Ward-Prowse, Dante, Di Lorenzo, Mkhitaryan, Mahrez, and then after that, Trap as well. You do have a lot of really good cards. So that is something to watch out for. And then the same thing, Road to the Knockouts, I would say it started to sneak in a little bit more fodder cards because we've had a couple of upgrades now. But for the most part, there's not too many. Really, it's just Klaus. Most of these are objectives. Yeah, so really Klaus, Awar. You know, yeah, you got a couple of fodder cards there. But at least that one, I would say, is a little bit more interesting. 40 rare golds as well. It's not going to be all 86 or higher. That's just rare golds. You've got the Deluxe Season 1 Encore Pack, 15 golds, 1 Road to Knockout or Trailblazer 85 or higher. These will probably be like 1,000, 2,000 FIFA point packs. You've got an 11 gold players pack. They've added an 87-3. So this is kind of interesting. They've added an 87-3. And they've replaced that with Once to Watch, Road to the Knockout, Rule Breakers. Crazy. We haven't had Rule Breakers or Once to Watch this year, but that's the new pack. I guess right now the best one we have is 87-2. So maybe I'm thinking that 87-3 is probably going to be a season pack next season. I think that's kind of what they're going to work in. I'm not 100% sure. Although with the season being next Thursday, I think we'll see a lot of pack codes updated for that, probably on Tuesday or Wednesday. So this is, this was obviously added like today. I don't know. This is seemingly like probably for this weekend. I'm feeling like maybe they drop. I mean, if they drop that as an SBC, that'd be crazy. I don't think they'll do that, but maybe they will. And that would be a good way to get some fodder, obviously high rated fodder. Now, let's talk about Mbappe Player of the Month. Now, Mbappe has won Player of the Month, guys. If you don't believe me, go on Twitter and you will see he has won the Player of the Month 100%. Now, this is, what is really interesting is, yes, Mbappe has actually had a Player of the Month the last 2 years. Whether you knew that or not, he's been a winner before with the Player of the Month. If we pull up on Flippin', if we go to Generations, he has had, last year he had a 92 and a 93. So the 93 was the second Player of the Month. This was wickedly overpriced. This was the one that nobody did. This is the one that a lot of people did. So the 92 was released, and he was more expensive than people envisioned, and people were upset because he had an inform, and he was put at the same rating as the inform. So he was about 1.9 to 2.1 at the time of the release of this Player of the Month. His inform, dropped quite a bit, right? There was a little bit of a rebound, and then he dropped quite a bit on the market. He was about the same price. So EA basically released an SBC similar price to the Player of the Month. Now, we have a major difference with this year and last year. If we look at the date right now of November 16th, right, the price of Mbappe's gold was 1.1 mil. So where you need to understand that there's a little bit of a difference this year, Mbappe's gold right now is 2.63 million coins. Mbappe's gold this year, he is so crazy. He is so rare. He is more than his first inform was last year. That is the level of how good Mbappe is this year. And that's why, perspective-wise, we need to be looking at this SBC completely different than it was in any other year. We cannot compare it to any other year. So let's take a look at Mbappe's 2 special cards on the market. He's got a Trailblazer that's at 4.5 mil. Now, this card before Mbappe was in any type of Player of the Month voting, before any of it, this card was 5.6 mil, right? He's dropped now over a mil since he had a Player of the Month and a Team of the Week this week. Now, his Team of the Week is also at a ridiculous amount. It's at 5.5 mil. He sold up to, I saw last night, almost 7 mil on Flippin' Tracker. So this card is equally expensive, which shows me that even with 2 versions, the fact that he's selling this expensive, this is not going to be a cheap SBC by any means. So I put on Twitter last night, I said, hey, what do you guys think this SBC is going to cost? Most people said between 3.5 and 5 mil. If I were to give you a very honest guess, I think about 4 mil sounds right for this card. Look, there's 2 variables with this prediction, right? There's one side of it that, do you think EA is going to release a third 92 Mbappe? I'm not so sure, right? The argument that I would say that is for that one is this, right? They released a Trailblazer that has a different point, right? The point of this Trailblazer is that he's got the Power Shot Plus, which, by the way, this is a ridiculous playstyle plus. If you haven't used Rashford this year, oh my God. Now, that, you could argue that, so it's a similar scenario as last year, right? He's really only got one performance-based. Trailblazers was interesting, though. They kind of gave cards, it is kind of performance-based, but it's not. They kind of gave cards based on, who's been playing well to start the season. So that's where it gets a little bit you don't really, does he have 2 this year or does he have 1? I think by definition he has 1. It's the Team of the Week. So EA could easily drop, a card about 4 to 4.5 mil. I think this Team of the Week is going to definitely drop a little bit still. He's really inflated. It's only the second day he's been out. And Mbappe Player of the Month is all the way next week, right? That would leave his, you look last year, his gold was 1.1. His SBC was 1.9. His gold is 2.6. SBC at 4 for 92 seems right. Now, in the case that EA just goes crazy, Black Friday usually brings a market crash. We have prices dropping. We have fodder dropping. Right now, guys, the fodder is so high because we've got an 84 triple every day. We've got an 84 road to the knockout every day. We had a team of the week player pick every day. We had like 3 SBCs repeating every day. They've done a really good job of getting fodder to be valuable. Helps people that are playing weekend league. Helps the market with rewards, right? There's more value. But it comes at a price, right? Player SBCs right now are very expensive. So you've got that scenario. You've got the other scenario that EA just go all out crazy. Hey, let's give him the 93. He's going to be so expensive. Because last year, even as that card had a 93, I remember everybody last year was just freaking out. Like, people could not believe last year that, this card was so expensive. So he had this Path to Glory card, right? And this was during the World Cup. This card was like 4 mil, and then his 93 was genuinely like more expensive than that card. And this card also came out in March. This card started to be about 4 mil. This card came out way later, and it ended up being as a 93, he was 4 mil. His 94, for perspective, was about 5.5. So they gave it one less rating, and they made it 1 mil cheaper. So I don't know. If you look at what history says with the way EA have been recently doing SBCs, they don't really seem to lean like they're going to give them a +1. Because even last year, Mbappe had this card, a man of the match card from the World Cup, and he was, 5.5 and a 94. And when he won the next player of the month, they gave him a 93, which was in March. So they gave him one less rating, right? And that's where things got a little bit like, you don't know. So if I were to make a really educated guess, I would be shocked if EA gave him a 93. I think a 92 sounds about right. With, looking into all this. 93 is possible. Now, if they do a 93, they go all out. Guys, there is no way the SBC, in my opinion, will be less than 5 to 5.5 mil. That is a ridiculous amount, but it will ultimately give you something crazy to grind for. I think that card is the first card we can say in this game is proper end game. I think that Mbappe, 92 or 93, regardless, especially 93, will be end game. Last year, I used Player of the Month Mbappe all the way till the end. So I wanted to pull up from last year, the Clips channel, just to show you guys the first Player of the Month Mbappe that was released. The nice part with some of these Player of the Months, EA kind of give you multiple positions, which is great. So last year was 89, 88, 87, 288s. I think you had like 3 or 4 87s. You had like 4 or 5 86s and some 85s. Now, this was released when Mbappe and fodder was just wildly expensive, right? Fodder was really expensive. We had SBCs like the 88 plus Prime, Mid, or World Cup icon upgrade. There was a lot going on. And this card also was dropping very close to around the team of the year scenario, as well. I think that Player of the Month actually, I'm pretty sure that the Player of the Month actually dropped when we already had the 94 and the 93. So people were kind of like, hey, just buy the inform. But price-wise, you guys have to consider and understand this. At this point, we already had 83.25s you can see on SharePlay. So there was a lot of other ways to get fodder. That's what people don't really factor. It's going to be interesting to see next season. Do they give more ways to make fodder? That's kind of going to be the question mark here with kind of what goes down with this Player of the Month Mbappe. If we look at like SBCs comparatively right now, I just completed this Player of the Month Salah, and the way that EA, we're just having a discussion right now, guys, on like what they could do. So what EA did with this Player of the Month Salah, right? He had an inform that was a 90, and he had a Trailblazer that was a 91. So they ended up giving him a 91. It was a +1 on the inform. So that's where it gets a little bit interesting, right? This one had 2 passing, 1 dribbling, 2 physical, 1 shooting, and 1 pace, right? No weak foot skill move upgrade. And before the release of this SBC, Inform Salah was 800K. The day of, he was about 650. And when they released this SBC, he drops at about the price of, he was 980. Now he's 900. So right now, fodder today is down a lot because we've got marquee matchup supply. We've got a promo coming tomorrow. His Trailblazer was what, like 1 mil? Now, this is the thing. This is where it gets interesting, right? Player of the Month Salah has the finesse shot. This is the best version of Salah because the finesse shot is the best playstyle plus that you could have pretty much with an attacker. So that's the way they did it. In that lens, you could say, okay, maybe EA does do the 93 this year. I just kind of know EA over the years. I feel like they're going to not want to do that. I think they're going to probably worry that the power curve is going to go too much up. So I don't know if they're really going to commit to that. But that's where it gets interesting. Player of the Month Salah, about 900. I just think, if you were to be looking like relative to the gold card, regardless of what rating Mbappe ends up receiving, I just don't think you're going to see that SBC be anywhere south of 4 mil. There's no way. Because Mbappe this year is literally a god. Like, he's by far the best player in this game. And literally, like, even when you play this game, like, almost nobody has gold Mbappe. Like, he is that rare. If somebody has gold Mbappe this year, in the past, it's been like, oh, wow, you know, this guy's a meta rat. This year, you are literally like a pay-to-win player. Like, no one has Mbappe. So that's the kind of perspective that I would see this Player of the Month Mbappe. I do think what Player of the Month Mbappe will do ultimately, you are going to see you will 100,000,000% see a very, very, very large drop in the market of the top tier attackers, the icons, the promo cards. This is going to ultimately really, really tank some of the top tier market because there's now going to be an SBC that's accessible, right? And a lot of people are starting to save fodder. A lot of people are saving these fodder packs. So some of these more top tier attackers, like I would say Eusebio, right? Some of these guys, like even Haaland, right? These guys are going to drop. It's just what's going to happen. Like, people love first owner cards. You don't have to worry about the market. It's something that it's a grind. Like, people really like crafting and working towards it. So that's something that I would say, just keep that in mind if you do have a crazy team. We also have Black Friday coming up, so probably this weekend is just a good time to liquidate anyways. And you know, it is going to be dropping before Black Friday, so I would say, you know, ultimately you probably want some of the supply and craziness of Black Friday to drop the market a bit, and then you can start crafting during Black Friday, and probably you don't want to do this on the release day of the Player of the Month Mbappe. And so, yeah, I mean, do I think fodder is investable? I think you'll probably end up, what we'll probably see happen with this Player of the Month Mbappe, you know, I think Salah had a, let me just pull up this Player of the Month Salah real quick, guys, just to get like perspective on how much the squads were. So an 88 right now is 230K. But what I think you're going to ultimately probably start seeing, we're going to get to a scenario where if you do have a lot of coins, I think some of the really top rated fodder, like a Lewandowski, your 91s, your 90, your 89, some of these top tier, like De Bruyne, these guys have a chance to genuinely shoot up a lot. If they drop a couple 89 squads there, this is going to be your token, right? Because what's going to happen is the 88, 89s are going to end up going up so much. So I don't think invest now, but if you wanted to prepare a little bit, I definitely think that there's going to be a buy-in window in the next couple of days with some of these top tier fodders. They'll probably start to creep up before the SBC, and then if the SBC comes out and it's all crazy, you probably see a lot of these cards go up. So yeah, guys, Player of the Month Mbappe coming out soon. Do we have? Yeah, let's end the video as well with let's do a we'll do a little quick see if we could do. Oh, these are all dupes as well. I'm actually, so what I've also packed 2 of these triple threat players. I'm just saving them because I'm like, you know what? Maybe there's gonna be some sort of what do you call it? The like an upgrade at some point. And honestly, oh my god, I'm out of Team of the Weeks. No, I can't even do it, guys. Oh my god, I can't even do this upgrade. Now I have to pray this 84 triple. You don't need Team of the Weeks, right? I have to absolutely pray. I'm out of Team of the Weeks, and it's crazy, man. Team of the Weeks are all the way up. I've actually accumulated quite a bit of fodder. Team of the Weeks are up so much. I like this 84 triple. I know that there's times you do it and you only get 384s. But I think it is a nice way. Like, hopefully what EA does, man, is like they keep releasing these SBCs, because I think it is a really nice way to start building fodder. Like you can see, I don't have much. Obviously, I've just submitted into Player of the Month Salah, but I'm really trying to build my fodder portfolio, you could say, for this Player of the Month Mbappe. You know what would be really clutch right now? I mean, I know this is going to be probably asking for a lot here, but if EA could like actually do the justice right now of giving me a if they could actually give me a Team of the Week from this would be great, because I could save the 2 golds and then put the Team of the Week into the campaign, because I'm still trying to get a really crazy road to the knockout, and like I just refuse paying the premium, but it doesn't look like we're gonna have one there. Is that Modric? Okay, so that's not bad. Luka Modric, 2? No, 1, but that's not too bad. 87, we will be there. We will be there every time, and 284s. So that one is about break even. You've got to get kind of an 86 to keep this grind going, I guess you could say. I've also got 3 foot drafts, so I would say as well, if you guys have been stacking the foot drafts, this year I actually spent like $15 or $20, I think, doing drafts in the beginning. Haven't done it since, but I'm actually like, hey, I might actually do that, because I've just committed to doing the Salah Player of the Month for content, and I'm like, that could be a little bit of a good process to be grinding, you know, throughout the next week. I think, unfortunately, oh, actually, I've got a hero here. Hold on. Hold the phone. Give me 1 sec, guys. We'll go with that. I've also done Basha SBC, so I've done Rapinoe, content reasons. And you know, I've been doing a lot of SBCs too, so I'm actually surprised that my club is in like half decent shape here with how many SBCs I have been going and doing. I've been really sending it, but you guys know me, man. I'm always just trying to keep the good content flowing. Hopefully that's enough. Is it? I've got 79s in there. Is it enough? Of course it's not enough. We'll have to use one more 84. But we have been able to stack Modric. I'm trying to do some of the daily objectives. It's been tough though because like I'm in Rivals Division 1. So it's just a sweat fest. I feel like other than that, I've kind of got to do it in squad battles if I want to chill. But I'm one game away from Madison, so I've got to get that done as well because I do want to try him out. Maybe we get a team of the week here. We didn't. Spain is always pain. It is the Barca goalkeeper, which means it's going to be like 87, right? Is it a double? It's not a double, but you know, we added 2 more 87s in today. Maybe an 85? Yeah, an 85. So you know what? We will not complain too much. I just want to do a quick little I do want to do a quick little check on the market here for these team of the week prices. I did have another team of the week the other day. Are they actually 40K? Yeah, 40K. I refuse to pay that for that campaign upgrade. There's no way. I am fully out of team of the week, so it is what it is. I think other than that, that's gonna be the video today. I don't want to be here too long. Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. Peace.